Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to Starstruck Tarot. My name is Daniel Dubois. I'll be doing your love reading for September. I know that in the mid-month reading that I've done before for you guys, for the 1st of September to the 15th of September, I see that your focus is not so much on love. I do feel like it's important for a lot of you. You're trying to work on your communication skills with your partner, or I feel like you're trying to piece together something that you feel is a meaningful connection, that you really have someone that you have deep feelings for, but I think that didn't work out for some reason the first time. For some of you, that might be the case, that you were with a partner and you just had this period of not communicating with each other about your feelings and stuff. And you were really work orientated. I think that's why your love life for the first 2 weeks of August, yeah, you were really focusing on work, and work is definitely your future. Working towards your future is definitely a priority right now. But I do feel that you're trying to find balance in your love life as well. I feel like it's important to you to get to a place of stability. You've kind of felt a little all over the place because your energies felt kind of very spread thin. Because you were trying to accomplish balance at work, trying to accomplish balance in your personal life, and because of trying to tend to everything at once, you've been very stretched thin, as I said before. And you're trying to maintain some kind of balance in a current connection that you're working on. For some of you, maybe someone that you used to date and that you came back together and give it a second chance. I feel like there is a lot of emotional strain on you currently. And I think it's because you're trying to maintain everything at once. So I want to look at your love life and just see what insights we can provide for my Geminis. I did this thing where I shuffle and I don't pay attention. And I turned some cards up. This is just going to be fixing it real quick. Quick disclaimer for my cross watchers. Understand that I am reading from the perspective of Gemini, so a trigger warning is in effect. Understand that all energies are interchangeable because you are working with energy. So take what resonates for you and feel free to swap roles if you must. Leave what does resonate for you, for those who may need the message. We're going to be looking at your love life, what you can expect for the month of September. The deck that I'm going to be using is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. I thought that it'd be appropriate to use a deck that's kind of focused on love and desire for your love reading. So we're going to do, I think, a nice Celtic cross read, and for clarification, if need be, we'll be using the Everyday Tarot deck. Okay, so let's just jump right into this. So yeah, I definitely feel that my Geminis have been a bit overworked, a bit strained. And while you're trying to maintain balance in your social and love life, I do feel that for some of you, you may actually be withdrawing. Not withdrawing, but kind of where you came in with enthusiasm to try and get this going, you are now realizing that trying to be the perfect partner or trying to be there for someone constantly while trying to take care of your own needs at the same time, it's dividing your attention, and it is becoming a little exhausting for you. But we will see whether this cycle changes, whether there's a new development in it, or whether there's something completely new for you. You will find out. So what insights, angels, can I get from my insights, my Geminis pertaining to their love life? What can I give? What insights do you have? Okay, so we're going to start with your energy, and then see what energies are influencing you. So it's your own personal, okay, that's Jesse, thank you. Your own personal position in whatever romantic situation you find yourself in, and we will see what other outside influences coming in are affecting you. What are you experiencing right now, okay? So you have the Hierophant. Here, I hope you can see that, because there's a bit of a glare, shadow. Okay, so the Hierophant here. The Hierophant represents, into my mind, morality and also structures that have to do with religion. Some of you may actually be considering marrying the person that you're with, because this, to your mind, this is a connection that is meaningful, that is deep, and it just feels right. But you're not rushing into this. You want a higher level of um, connection, of communication, of partnership with this person. Some of you may be thinking about moving in, but with that comes the whole legal situation of signing papers and who's paying this and who's doing that. You're definitely wanting to move forward and take the appropriate steps towards your person, but you're considering, you're first thinking everything through, I feel, this Hierophant energy. What's influencing you right now is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel some of you may be thinking about, okay, I need to first work on stability. Before I offer someone a long-term commitment, I want to make sure that I come into this with all my ducks in a row, that I'm able to actually see this through. Because it's one thing to say, I want to move in with you. It's another thing to actually have to pay the bills every day. And so for some of you, you're working on getting that stability first, or you're concerned about finding financial stability before you move on to higher levels of commitment. Okay. For your overall situation, what do we have? We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. I feel like you definitely feel like a situation is coming to a head. Not for some of you, it may be an actual ending here, because the tens represent completion of a cycle. They represent completion, ending a cycle, moving on, or succeeding. With this being in reverse, I feel like for some of you, you're realizing that a connection that you were working on might be coming to an end, or the way that you guys interact with each other has to come to an end. Maybe your person has codependency issues, because you see how the female figure clings so much to her male counterpart. I'm not saying that's your person, I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying there's definitely an issue of trust here. This person, it may be your person who has an issue of trusting people because they've been cheated on or they've been hurt before in the past. It may be you, but someone definitely needs to work on ending an old cycle of issues with trust and maybe issues with commitment. Someone might have been a player before they came into this commitment, and then they realize, oh, this is someone I really want to be with, and no more playing games. But that's the situation as it is. You're needing to resolve, you or your person is needing to resolve old issues that's affecting the connection. It's probably the issue that got in the way of the relationship the first time around. If this is some of you who are reconnecting connections. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for the overall situation. It's fixing the problems before they come into the relationship again. So you're definitely acting with a lot more foresight and wisdom. Makes sense here because you are the Hierophant in this spread so far. Okay, looking at your past energy, the past energy of this relationship. What was it like in the past week? As I'm beginning to draw some dots, we'll see. Okay, the High Priestess, the Hierophant. So there definitely might have been a break here. Not the Hierophant. Did I say that? I meant the High Priestess. How about I say that? Anyway, the High Priestess in this deck represents waiting. For some of you, you might have broken up with this individual, and there was a waiting period of you guys coming back together again. I feel like you guys wanted to come back together again. You wanted to be with each other, but there was something that was in the way, keeping you from moving towards. Maybe it was hurt feelings in that things were said, and so it was not this, like, we're going to rush right back into this. Something was said that caused a break between the two of you and caused you to like put up your walls. And so you weren't communicating for that reason. So it was a waiting game for you guys to get to a place where you were just able to heal and forgive each other for the mistakes of the past and be emotionally stable to try again. So it was definitely a waiting game between you. If this was, in other instances, if this is a new connection, it might have been that you guys were wanting to connect, but there was never the opportunity to, because maybe of lockdown, or this person was at a distance and you had to wait for the right. You set a date and you were waiting for it to happen. But yeah, there was definitely something that was keeping you guys apart for a while. It was a waiting game. Okay, so let's look at the current. And when I say current, I mean for September, what will be the situation in September, the current situation? Let's see. We have the Empress, so there's definite forward movement here. There's in the month of September, you can expect some great communication, some dating, flirtation, lots of fun, and just a better connection. If you guys do take the time then to work on whatever your issues are, I'm sure that it's going to come out roses here. Because you have the Empress, the divine feminine, which represents happiness in the home life, in your love life, stability and forward movement, progress in your relationships essentially. So that's what you can expect going into September. So, okay, so in August you might have had to play a waiting game. The end of August or earlier in August, you might have been apart, and now you're coming together in September for sure. Okay, so let's see what will be the near future. Near future. So it may be that going into September you'll experience this brand new connection of trust and love. But we will see if that continues throughout the rest of September. Let's see. Near future for Gemini love. Okay, so we do have the Four of Cups, or chalices as the stick says, in reverse. Now, fours are all about stability. Cups are about relationships. They have water energy. They're about relationships, our emotions, and the way we connect with other people. Four of Cups then would mean stability in a relationship. With this being in reverse, I do feel like because remember that the overall situation is fixing the problems of the past, I feel that this may be where those issues of before kind of come into. There might be an argument or a uncomfortable situation that that will bring back old insecurities or old problems that have kind of messed with this relationship before. If someone was a player, then they might start getting flirtatious with others. I feel like this is self-sabotaging behavior. So this is either you or your person re-engaging or bringing back this old problematic energy, behavior. And someone, because if you look at, here's a scissors in the far corner of the picture. Scissors. Someone is needing to cut that out. Whoever is exhibiting this like toxic behavior, these habits that are kind of counterintuitive for your relationship, someone is going to call them out and say, hey, okay, look, I love you, I care about you, and I want this with you. But you're bringing up this old energy, this old problematic energy with this behavior that you're exhibiting. And if we want this to grow and to become something meaningful, we came back together because we recognize this is something that we want. But if you keep exhibiting this behavior, I see us breaking up again. Someone's going to say that. And so this person is realizing, oh, well, I do care about Gemini. And if I want to be with him, I might have to fix some issues. Because there's some instability coming in because of old behavior, old patterns. Okay? Let's see how you feel about this situation, about this romantic situation. How does Gemini feel about this romantic situation? Okay, go and come out. Let's see what you have to say. We have the Star in reverse. So I feel like you're different. For some of you, you may feel like your needs aren't being met or your concerns aren't being heard. It may be that you're connecting with someone who doesn't like to admit that they have faults or doesn't want to address them. Maybe they recognize that they have issues, but I feel like this is a person that's not fond of having to shine a light on this. Okay, because either you or your person have bad tendencies. You decide, you know your situation better than I do, and the other person sees them more clear, sees that bad behavior clearly, and they say, "Yay, okay, you're doing this again," and they shine a light on this issue, and they may ask you to try and address this or work on it because it's a problem. If this is you that is exhibiting this behavior, if it's them, then just reverse it. Okay. So yeah, you're feeling like change needs to happen in order for this to work out for you guys. Okay. So let's look at the outside influences. That means like what other people have been saying, what your environment is like. Is it possible for you guys to go on dates? Is there a long distance? Just like the conditions around the relationship. Let's see what the contact is. Okay, someone wants to come over. What do we see here? We have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. So there's definitely an internal conflict. Whatever the issues were that got in between the two of you, it had to do with the mind. It was not so much the outside world was causing a problem, rather than the people that were in the relationship, their own issues. I feel like this feels like past insecurities just creeping up again. If this person is afraid of being cheated on and then they start withdrawing, they may feel that insecurity creep up, and then that is the way that it comes in the relationship. So I don't see there being any external issues. If you guys live quite a distance apart, you'll be able to bridge it. If you guys have parents that might not agree with the relationship, they won't interfere. I feel like the issue is more within yourselves, within the people that are experiencing the insecurities come out. And I feel like there might be a need for honest conversation and introspection here. Possibly for both of you, you know? I always like to say, it takes two to tango, you know? We can't just say, oh, it's this person's fault that this. Okay, maybe what they did, their behavior wasn't contributing to the solution, but a person will never attack you or will never hurt you if they're coming from a place of love or a place of happiness. When you're happy, you're less likely to cause pain in someone else's life. But when you're unhappy, that's when you start exhibiting not bad behavior, but you try to exert some control over your situation by making someone else feel bad. So I feel like this may have been a give and take situation where one person might have been problematic, and then the other person started reflecting their behavior. So it's like, if you're going to hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back, and that's not good, and it's not for everyone, but that is a message that is coming through in some cases here. So it's definitely a psychological problem, issues within yourself or within your person's own mind that needs to be addressed. Okay. Sorry, I go off tangents because I really want you guys to understand what I'm seeing here and give a very detailed description so that you walk away being well informed, you know. So let's look at what your hopes and fears are. Your hopes and your fears for this relationship. What is Gemini's hopes and fears for this relationship? Gemini's hopes and fears for this relationship. Oh, we're gonna mix up cards. Hey. Very chatty. Very chatty. Okay. I'm hearing the name to draw. Okay, I'll draw. Nine of Pentacles. Very interesting how the Nine of Pentacles is portrayed in this deck. Okay, so traditionally, the Nine of Pentacles is represented by a beautiful woman in a garden with pentacles, 9 pentacles surrounding her, and she's just in a state of bliss. And that's what it means. In this instance, I feel it's a lover taking a trophy. Okay, so you guys, you're hoping for happiness for the Nine of Pentacles. You're hoping for abundance in this relationship. That is what you're hoping for. But you're also afraid, because 9 is the last step before the end. You may be afraid that if it doesn't work out this time, that it won't work out ever. If you guys don't fix it this time around, then it may just be the end of this relationship. That is your fear. What you recognize is that there is a lot of love in this connection, and there is a possibility for growth within this relationship. But as much as that happily ever after, that fairy tale ending is there. There's also the complete opposite, which is the option there. If this doesn't work out, if this relationship doesn't work out this time, it's just going to be done. I'm feeling that is coming from you, Gemini, and maybe also from your person. Okay, so let's look at the final outcome here. What will be the final outcome for Gemini's love situation in September? Final outcome. I will say, as much as I love this card, this deck, the stock is a bit weird with shuffling. But we will see. Okay. What do you have to say here, my friend? We have, the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so Swords is definitely about communication because it maintains the air energy within tarot. It has to do with inner turmoil. It has to do with communication with others. And so to have it in reverse here, I feel like there might be, there's one of two situations, one of two ways that this will go. In that someone here might be this king. This may be you of swords, air, because this is air and you are an air sign. This may be you having to take the lead or having to take control and exhibit not manipulative behavior, but you're understanding that your person might not be taking the steps that's necessary, and so you might have to take the lead in this case. And so it comes across as a little manipulative because you're having to lead this person by the hand. But I think you've come to the point where it's like, now I'm done waiting around. If this person is not going to start this process of healing, then I'm going to push them into it, basically. And I feel like your person may be a bit reluctant to take the measures that you have set out. But you're very much of the mindset you either do it or this isn't going to work. Because look, I love you, you love me. But if we don't resolve these issues within ourselves, within this connection, then I don't see this working for us in the future. And your person's like, okay, fine. I do love my Gemini and I want this to work, so I'll try. But they're a bit reluctant. That is the one instance. Sorry. In the other instance, this may be that someone withdraws then. If this problem, because it seems beautiful to begin with, and this might be your energy coming from August into September, but eventually there will be the reintroduction to old issues, old problems that did cause a separation in the beginning. And for some of you, you or your person will either then withdraw from this relationship, communicating from this person, or you might draw a line in the sand saying, you fix your problems, or don't come towards me. It's that's kind of the energy here. While it is in the reverse, and it is pulling away from the situation, it's still very much being in control. And I really feel this is you and not your person. So this is more Gemini here. Gemini really taking the lead in this relationship. You deciding that change needs to happen in order for this to work. And if your person doesn't do it willingly, you might have to just push them in that direction. So that's the final outcome for you guys. You're going to be taking the lead on trying to fix this issue. But let's see how that works out for you. Let's see how that works out. We're going to take the Everyday Tarot just to provide some more insight into how this will work out. So I see this as my Geminis taking control of this relationship, of deciding, okay, there are problems here that are persisting. We address it or we step away. We just call it quits now. And we'll see how this works out for you. How will this work out for my Gemini? What insights? Okay, you want to come out? Four of Wands. Okay. Reverse. First card we have here. And the clarification for the final outcome is Four of Wands in reverse. What else do we have? What else do we have for my Geminis in their love situation? Okay, wait, I feel like this one. And then the next one will be here. Two of Wands. Okay, so I do feel that the outcome is that your person will agree. In some, not in some, I feel like for most of you, your person's going to agree with you. They will feel like this is the ultimatum. Like there's no other way to go. In other words, like their options are limited because Gemini makes themselves very clear here. You guys are making yourself very clear that you want stability in this relationship, and the only way you're going to get it is if you guys resolve your issues. And so your person will go along with you, but it's going to be a very long road ahead. And it's going to cause some ruptures. With the Four of Wands in reverse, I do feel like feelings may get hurt in this process, and that it's going to take a long time until you get stability. For some of you, your partners might then decide to check out and like it's too much work. It shouldn't be this hard. And others will be like, well, anything worth having is going to require hard work, and they'll stick around. So it's really a 50-50 gamble. But I don't see you seeing any other way out of this. You're like, this person is exhibiting old bad habits, and they are not addressing it, even though I've spoken to them about it. So we're going to have to, this is just going to have to be fixed, and I'm going to have to be the one to step in and make it be fixed, basically. Two of Wands, I do see that if this works out, if this person doesn't give up and walk away because they feel it's too exhausting, if your person has the inner strength to carry this through, Two of Wands, there will be forward movement. Wands is fire, it's motivation, it's desire, it's the will to move on. And Wands, two of them means a connection here. So forward movement with a connection. It's a very significant relationship. For some of you, this might be a twin flame or a soulmate connection, because there's a lot of divine and feminine energies here. Divine feminine and masculine energies here. So for some, it's a twin flame situation. For others, it's soulmate. But it's a very powerful and important relationship to you. And for that reason, I do see that for a lot of Geminis out there, that your person will stick it through because they realize what you have to offer to the relationship and what the relationship means to them. It means a lot to them. They care about it. But we do have the Seven of Wands here also. The Seven of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is in other words, it's a 50-50 chance. It's going to involve a lot of inner work for both of you. And it's not going to come easy. And for a big part of you guys, yeah, I definitely see that your person might want to just give up and walk away. But if you guys manage to see this through, if you can motivate your person to stay strong and to see this transformation through, you guys will have happiness here. Because this is an important relationship. You have the Empress here. You have the Hierophant. You've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess with the Hierophant. That is ultimate pairing here. This is a very powerful connection. And I feel like your person in this relationship might be the Divine Feminine. And you might be the Divine Masculine, that you're taking control. But remember that all energies are interchangeable, okay? So you take that how it resonates for you. Okay, Gemini. That is what I see for you in your love life for September. I hope that this was informative. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and a like. A thumbs up and like, that's the same thing. But do it because it'll be helpful. Subscribe, leave a comment down below. And I do want to inform you that I am focusing mostly on the signs that actively watch my videos. Gemini, you are one of them. So if you are wanting, for this limited time, I will be opening the gates for you guys to leave in the comment the star sign you want me to see a connection with, that you see a connection with. If you want to see how your relationship will be with a Leo or with a Pisces or with a fellow Gemini, just say in the comments Gemini plus Gemini, and then I will do a reading for you guys based on how many I see there. Okay? So yeah, that is what I have for you. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Ugh.